Welcome all you new folks and welcome back everybody to Loving It on Keto. How is everybody doing? Did you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day and weekend with your family and loved ones? I hope so. Harry and I had a wonderful time. Man, we had a feast at barbecues where we had our chicken wings that were like chicken drums. Man, they were the biggest.
They were huge.
They were the biggest ones I've ever had.
Yeah, they were
Prime
huge.
rib, top sirloin. Oh my gosh, we had all the things. It was absolutely wonderful and delicious. Hey, you guys, and he's feeling better. His gout's doing better. He had to take pills. He still has it, but it's not as bad as it was. So it's just going to take time to get through it. So he had to take his gout pills this weekend. And did you take a pill this morning or just a Tylenol? I can't remember.
Tylenol.
Tylenol this morning. So with that, you guys remember everything that you eat the day before and sometimes 2 days prior. Medication, over-the-counter medication, such as allergy medication, cold and flu medication, Tylenol, naproxen, Aleve. All of the things that you change and take can cause an issue or a weight loss stall or water retention. So just note that, you guys. And also, Harry and I are adding more protein and we are lowering our fat. We are doing that PE 1-to-1 more ratio, keeping our carbs as close to 20 total grams as we can. And we are seeing how that does. So our bodies have to adjust to that as well. You know, your body is a perfect machine. It wants to run just right here. It doesn't want to have to go into overdrive and get up here, and it doesn't want to drop down below and go here. So anytime you make adjustments like that, your body has to adjust so that it can just go again. And with that, you guys, want to share what we had to eat yesterday. So what I did was, before I do that, Harry and I actually ended up having a 24-hour fast before we broke our fast with a feast on Valentine's Day. So I kind of switched it. I took our OMAD day and switched it, although we did have a couple bites of broccolini and Brussels sprouts, so it was more of a ketovore day. And we did have a whiskey, celebratory whiskey, and we did have chocolate and keto chow ice cream. Basically, you guys, we didn't do carnivore, but we did do one big meal. So today, you guys, it is the 16th. It's a no fast day, eat when hungry, 2 meals, no snacks, lift some weights. And my hands feel pretty good, so I'm gonna try to do my arms today. Anyway, what I wanna say is, you guys, we are filming this the day before. We are on track, so you guys are seeing it the same day that our calendar is for. So somebody got up was up at 1 a.m. in the morning going, wait a minute, how come you're filming today and it's already light outside where you're at? And I'm a little confused. So I just want to say that yes, we're filming, so you guys are on the exact same day as we are. So we are doing the same protocol on the same day.
Yeah, we is.
As we is. Yeah. And now I will share what we had yesterday. So, yesterday, you guys, Harry his stomach was upset. We really ate a lot of rich food at our meal on Valentine's Day. So we each had a keto chow shake.
Well, is this Valentine's Day you're showing then?
No, this is not.
Okay, so this is what, yesterday's?
Yes, this is what we ate yesterday.
Because you were talking about Valentine's Day and then going to this, so it was very kind of confusing for me.
The reason why we ate like this was because on Valentine's Day, the day before this, which was Sunday, we ate at barbecues and I had a lot of rich food and we had vegetables and Harry's stomach got upset over the vegetables. So yesterday we wanted to keep it light. So come in. Yesterday we each had a keto chow shake. I had chocolate toffee and we used avocado oil and I had 15 grams of avocado oil. Harry had a chocolate peanut butter keto chow and he was 15 grams of avocado oil. We went to Costco because we needed eggs and we needed avocado oil because we were totally out. So we bought a rotisserie chicken. They're huge. That's the best place for the best price. Seriously.
Yeah, it's like a freebie.
Monster chickens for $4.99. You can't beat it. So I had 10 ounces 10 ounces of the rotisserie chicken from Costco, but I had more dark meat. Harry likes the breast, the white meat, the legs, the little, not the legs, the wings. He had 11 ounces. Both of us had 5.5 ounces of the pork rinds that Carly's mama sent to us. Harry had the spicy, and I had the pickled ones. And man, they were good. Thank you so much. So we had a half an ounce of those. Then I made lemon meringue keto chow ice cream, and I used the avocado oil. I put 15 grams for me and 15 for Harry, so the total was 30 grams. And you guys, it made it really light and fluffy.
Yeah, it was like fluffy,
it was really good.
Yeah, but you know, we put it in while it's a little hot.
Right, and then
just let it kind of churn for a while.
And it just fluffed up, and it was really good.
And then put the ice in.
I didn't know how avocado oil was going to do in the ice cream because we've been using butter, but it worked. I was surprised. It was really, really good. Anyway, pardon me, I had 2 scoops of collagen with 6 tablespoons of the Keto creamer. So my total for the day was 5% carbs for a total of 15 grams. My fat was 47% for a total of 66 grams. I had 48% protein. You guys, look at this. I had 152.5 grams. So I went above my lean body mass of 120, which was absolutely perfect. Didn't use all my 20 grams of carbs and didn't use my 100 grams of fat, which is absolutely awesome. I was low in my energy, high in my protein. My calories were 1,246. Harry's carbs were 8%. His total was 25.5 grams. His fat was 38%. His total fat was 52.8 grams, and his protein was 54% for a total of 167.1 grams. Now, his carbs were just a little higher because there's a lot of fiber in keto chow, and pardon me, I don't know why my throat's doing this. Protein, look at this, 167.1 grams. His lean body mass is 133. His total carbs were 1,232, and it's a little different because of our creamers that we had and the type of meat we had as far as chicken was concerned. And the skin, all the good things,
So how does that work into the 1-to-1 thing?
We had higher protein. We met and exceeded our lean body mass, and we stayed below our energy mass. So you want to be 1-to-1, 120 for me, lean body mass, protein, and a total energy, which is carbs plus fat, total ceiling of 120. So you can go lower on your energy side, but you want to hit or go above your protein level, and that's what we did.
Yeah, and if you're new and you don't know what she's talking about, go back to yesterday's video.
Chewing the fat.
Yeah, it's explaining it more. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you guys, Harry and I both went down from the day before. Sorry. My throat is having an issue. I weighed 179.2, so I went down 2/10. I was at 179.4, but you guys didn't see that because of chewing the fat.
Yeah, and this is all due to Valentine's.
Yes, it is. Valentine's. Harry went down a whole pound from Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys, Harry gets to go to the big board now.
No boy.
Oh boy, it's your turn. Okay, Harry. Let's explain the big board.
Okay. Gets kind of confusing because on Valentine's Day we ate quite a bit, which caused us to go up. She had said earlier, but you can kind of see it here.
Well, don't you think it was the difference in food? We had broccolini and Brussels sprouts. We had the chocolate in our ice cream.
Oh yeah, of course it was. So.
Marty, Harry's being a cameraman, and man, he's just pulling my hand back down and everything else. Quit looking in the camera and look at the board.
But you can see that, like she says, our protein has really gone up. Look at this, 167 for me, 152 for her. Our fat has gone down. Look at that, 66 and 52. So if you were to come over to here, let's just pick up a random day here. Like, what would be
Right here.
This one? Okay. If you look at this one, our fat was really high compared to our protein.
Right.
Right? So you can see we're really trying this. And it works out pretty good. I mean, it's doing pretty good. I mean, I'm losing that water weight that I had. I always kind of tend to lose it, you know.
And we were doing good until Valentine's Day, if you look at this, where we started
we started. You could see we were doing pretty good. And 1, 2, 3. We had 4 days of drop. And then Valentine's Day hit. Yep. And it starts to happen. But we're back on pretty fast. Actually, I think this meds should have been over here, but that's okay. I took them both days, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You've been taking meds for about 3-4 days.
You can see I took a couple of Tylenol here because I did my pound. Over here because I did my pound up, and then all of a sudden I'm dropping that water weight. But I did take one last night too, which is kind of surprising that I actually dropped the water after doing that.
Right, but look what we had to eat yesterday too.
You know, so if you guys are totally confused, you're not alone.
I hope we're not confusing people. I hope we are not confusing you guys at all. Hey, you guys. Let me know what your Keto Valentine's Day dinner looked like. Did you guys go to dinner? Did you guys make dinner?
Boy, a lot of people were snowed in, man.
I know, 18 inches?
Can you believe that?
Ooh, man. Well, they have that Arctic.
I remember those days.
Oh, yeah, in Washington. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Yep, Washington and Oregon got snow, so, yep, I get it. But some people had like 18 inches. Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Hope you guys stayed warm and cozy and enjoyed your Valentine's Day. Hey, you guys, I've got to figure out what we're going to have to break our fast. I'm not hungry. And that's another thing. I'm not hungry at all. You know, when we went out for Valentine's Day and we went to Scottsdale, we ended up having a 24-hour fast because I just wasn't even thinking about food. Wasn't thinking about it at all. And when I figured out the time, by the time we got our food, it was like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. That was weird, huh?
It was a little after 4, and it was crazy because I just didn't want to eat or snack or anything. So eating more protein for Harry and I.
Yeah, but when I got the food.
Yeah, well.
Then it was like, oh yeah.
Gotta eat, right? But I've got to take that broccoli and Brussels sprouts out of here.
Large sucking sound was coming from my side of the table.
It was good, but I've got to put those the broccolini and Brussels sprouts in the freezer because we're not going to be eating them because we do much more ketovore on this, especially with making my protein higher. Anyway,
that is
you guys,
true, huh? I never thought about that, but yeah, I guess we do. We do more ketovore this way.
It is. And you guys, Costco, I got this. Woo! 67.6 fluid ounces for $13.99.
Man, that's a lot.
So I decided to put it in everything.
Yeah.
You know.
And she turned it into ice cream.
And I put it in our keto chow because we hadn't had it before. We're going to have to take the 2 keto chows that I made yesterday and make it into ice cream tonight. We'll just combine them because one's peanut butter and one is coffee toffee, and it'll be good.
So we're going to have
coffee toffee peanut butter.
Yeah.
It'll be delicious.
Yep.
But I was surprised because this is made with avocado oil, and it's nice. It doesn't do like other oils in the refrigerator. I was really surprised at that. Stayed really nice. Got my eggs, got all set up, but you know what? I got to do something with this, Harry. I got to do something with this because this is what we brought with us on Valentine's Day. There's a little bit of prime rib, and there's my little bit of top sirloin. But I'm going to take these vegetables and put them away right now. So,
yeah.
Okay, you guys. It was so good. So yummy. We'll come back when it's breakfast. You guys, it's really weird because I'm not getting hungry, and Harry's like, are we going to eat something today? It's 12:49, and it's a no-fast day, but we've fasted like 20 hours, you know? So I pulled apart all the rest of the chicken. Harry's got 11 ounces of pulled chicken with salt and pepper and garlic. I want some Byron's butt rub on mine, and mine is 9 ounces. And now we're going to have I'm gonna make a aioli with the classic avocado chosen food mayonnaise and this kick it up horseradish mustard, which is so delicious.
Oh yeah, I really like that.
This has got great ingredients too, so. Total carb less than 1 gram, so I would say 1 gram, but here it is.
You're doing this, I'm doing
I
this.
can't help it, I'm shaking.
I know.
I can't help
God.
it. That's just my hands, honey. My hands sometimes just don't want to cooperate.
Okay.
This says 14 grams is a tablespoon, so I'm going to do this in grams because we're really watching our fat. We're eating enough fat, don't worry about that, but instead of eating 75% fat, we are eating more closer to the 40s and the 50s. Oops, 14 it says. Well, make up your mind, 14. Make up your mind. Grams are a lot more precise. Sometimes they'll drive you nuts. There. Okay. And then mustard you don't really have to worry about because organic classic yellow mustard doesn't have really any. No, 0 carbs. So we just put a generous amount in ours. What looks to be good, huh, Harry?
Yep. That's my fave. I love yellow
And we
mustard.
just add some of the emeralds. And you guys have to realize that I use every ounce I can of all the mustards, huh, Harry? Here's Sally's. Like you guys don't have to worry. Here you go. Here you go. Sit down.
That's what she's getting afterwards.
Here, show Sally. She gets a piece of chicken. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. She hears the word chicken and she's all over that, but she gets a ton of good stuff. And I give her the dried blood parts and all the yumminess that a dog. Phone. We are having chicken with mustard horseradish aioli for our breakfast. Yes, indeed.
I'm hungry.
So, you know what that means, you guys? Gotta eat now.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
Okay, everybody, a lot of folks are asking me how do they figure out their macros and their calories for the P&E, the 1-to-1 ratio that Harry and I are doing as far as adding more protein and lowering our fat so that we get 1-to-1 protein to energy. So I thought I would draw the information out on the board based on Harry and my lean body mass. So with that, you guys, Harry printed it for me. I told him what to print because his writing is so much nicer than mine. So let's get started with this. I'm going to have Harry zoom in on the board. First of all, I want to tell everybody, if this is new to you, the first time you've seen it, you need to go to our Chewing the Fat segment that we did yesterday and see that first before you see this, because you're going to have questions, okay? So, as everybody remembered, this is part 2. Lean body mass equals LBM, okay? When I talk about LBM, I'm talking your lean body mass. 1-to-1 ratio means it's protein grams versus energy. And energy equals your carbs plus your fat. Here's a big pie, okay? And to get my 1-to-1 ratio, I've split it straight down the middle, and on this side, my protein is going to be over here. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. And I did protein in blue throughout, and I did carbs in red throughout, and red in fat throughout. So you guys have red, Wendy. Blue for protein, green for carbs, red for fat, makes it easier. So my lean body mass weight is 120 pounds. I will tell you how to figure out your lean body mass at the end of this. My lean body mass is 120 pounds, so I want my protein grams to total 120 grams. That's on this one side of the chart. On this side of the chart, I want it to be my energy side, but energy equals my carbs plus my fat to give me the equal amount. So if this side is 120 grams for me, this side has to equal 120 grams as well. Carbs, for every gram of carb, it's 4 calories in energy. Fat is the only one that's different, and 1 gram of fat is 9 calories of energy, you guys. So we're going back to my side of the pie. I have 120 grams of protein that I want to strive for every single day, but I want to keep my grams at 20 total grams or less. So if I take 1 gram per 4, I take 20 times 4, and that equals 80 calories. Now, if I take 120 pounds minus 20 grams of carbs, that leaves me with 100 grams of fat. But if I look at my fat, wow, 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So if I take 9 times it by my 100 grams of fat, that's 900 calories of my diet can come from fat. So my protein, I want 120 grams of my protein, and I just stuck my finger, sorry. Protein. So 4 times 120 equals 480 calories. So if you do 80 plus 90 plus 420, my total calories, if I were to do 100% perfect on how much protein I eat, which would be 120 pounds versus 120 grams of energy, I should be eating no more than 1,460 calories total.
Per day?
Per day, maximum, in order for me to be 100% perfect, okay? Harry, let's go to Harry. Harry's lean body mass is different than mine. His is 133 pounds, so he wants the first part of his pie, his protein total, to be 133 grams of protein. The energy side of his pie, which is carbs plus fat, he needs this amount of carbs and this amount of fat. He wants 20 total grams of carb maximum every day, so that equals 80 calories because 4 times 20 equals 80. Now, the difference between, if you take 133 minus 80, he only has 113 grams of fat that he can utilize. But remember, fat has 9 calories per gram. Okay? So 9 times 113 equals 1,017 calories of fat, you guys. And if you add that together, and then you get his protein, remember, is 1 gram of protein per lean body mass weight. That's 4 calories per gram, so 4 times 133 equals 522 calories. Add those together. 80 grams of carb total. 1,017 total grams of fat. 532 grams of protein equals 1,629 calories total that he should eat if he is perfect 100% on his protein at 133 grams, and his energy is 133 grams of energy. Okay? That is perfect. So that makes it super easy for those of you who want to do this. You should strive for and meet every single day, meet or exceed your protein grams in your lean body mass weight. So for me, I need to have 120 grams of protein a day minimum. And Harry needs 133 grams of protein minimum. Now, on the energy side, Do you have to eat 20 total grams of carbs? No, you don't. You can stay under that. Do you have to eat, for me, 100 grams of fat, or for Harry, 113 grams of fat? No, you don't. You can stay under that. Those are your levers. If you want to lose more weight and you're at a stall and you're at or about your calorie total at 100% of your energy, you can work with your carbs and your fats to lower them enough so that you start losing your weight again, but you don't compromise your protein at all. So you'll use this side, your energy, as a lever, but you also use it as a ceiling. You never want to go above, if possible, your grams in fat. Why? Because you have enough fat on your body, okay, that will produce energy for you. You don't need to add more energy than that. You do need fat. It's very important in order to use it when you are digesting water-soluble vitamins that need fat in order for your body to break them down and utilize them in your body. You also need fat so that you don't have protein starvation. And it's pretty hard to go fat-free meat, fat-free everything. But just be cognizant that you do need some fat, but not as much as you think you do in grams weight. It's because you get 9 calories per 1 gram of fat. So really, it doesn't take much to push your calories, your energy up higher. I hope this helps. Harry, do you have any questions based on this information? Because Harry and I right now, he does really good at 1,500 to 1,600 calories.
Yeah, as long as I stay within the amount of protein.
Right.
Versus fat.
Or you go above in your protein.
Yeah,
so
if you go back and look back at the big board, you can see where we have been, basically should have done this before.
Yes, we should have.
But we didn't know what we were doing. We're just now getting into this portion.
We're figuring out, wow, that's why it works.
Right, that's why it works. So we've drilled down enough now, hopefully.
Yes, that I know. So when I am populating my app, the first thing I'm going to populate it with is my protein. And I figure out, what do I want to eat in a day? I don't populate it as I eat. I populate it ahead of time so I get an idea, so I can hit an easy macro. Most applications, you can go in and change it manually. Go to your settings and put down how many carbs you want, how much protein you want, and how much fat you want, so that it totals out the calories that you want. Most apps have that in there, and then you can hit those goals. And I hope this makes more sense to you guys. Now, if you're new today and you do not know what lean body mass is, or LBM for short is, please go down. Harry will you link on how to do the lean body mass again on this?
That's the one before this one.
It's the one before this. He'll link it. If you guys go down in the description below, right above the comments, and you find the Loving It on Keto website link, click on that, go to our website, and figure out your lean body mass. It's super easy to do. Now, 15, 20 pounds from now, you may need to go in and refigure your lean body mass, because it's going to change a little bit. You always want to tweak your macros and what you're doing and what you're eating, so that you're fooling and triggering your body to release the fat. That's the main thing. And for me, I have an I killed my metabolism. I was eating 500 to 800 calories for so long that I literally now can eat 12 to 1300 calories. I've retrained my body. But for me to eat 1,460 calories right away, I'm going to start gaining weight. I have to do that gradually. But this is my body for me with a horribly broken metabolism. So you may be lucky enough, or you may be eating somewhere right in here, depending on your lean body mass weight already, which is fantastic. And then you just need to get your protein where it needs to be or higher, and then adjust it accordingly with your fat and carbs, and use that as your lever. That's your piece of pie you can move around and use it as a lever. You don't want to eat over the ceiling, which is 133 grams total for Harry, or 120 grams total energy for me. But it just gives you a better idea. And it's funny because if you eat this way and you figure out 100% and 100%, especially if you're new, it makes it easier because you're dealing with 3 things and it automatically works out, which is interesting, especially if you do total grams of 20 grams of carbohydrate.
Actually, I think this is easier.
It is. This is super easy.
I mean, it's so easy because all you really have to worry about is, remember, protein, carbs, fat.
Fat's the variable on here because you know what your protein's going to be because you did your lean body mass. You know you're going to be at 20 grams of carbs, which is 80 calories. It's this variable here that's the fat, and I think that gets us all into trouble. The carbs and the fat, because of all the keto processed foods that do net carbs out there, you guys. It's crazy how much stuff there is. So just be careful how you're doing it. If you want to use net carbs, do so, but then you've got to figure out this part of your pie accordingly. This net carb, the net carbs have to equal your fat grams the same as your protein.
You could do this without an app.
Of course you could. Super easy.
It's so easy. You don't need an app when you have this.
That's right.
It just right now, if you're just seeing it for the first time, it's like really confusing, I think, because it would be really for me, but it's so easy, it's confusing.
It's much easier than the macros that they have. And also, another thing is you're going to need to weigh your food. You're going to need to weigh your food, and if you don't have a food scale, get a good one. There's a million food scales out there. And get the one that does ounces and grams or milliliters, depending on where you are, in which country you live in. Get one that works for you, but it's so much easier to deal in grams when you're dealing with your protein, your carbs, and your fat. And then equate it to your calories. So anyway, if you have questions, and you guys did, and I totally appreciate everybody that emailed me. Thank you so much for your emails. If you have a lot to say, please email me at lovingitonkito@gmail.com. I also want to tell everybody, please remember to go to our Facebook group and join. It's free to you. It's Loving It on Keto with Wendy fans, and that link is below as well, everybody. So here's the deal. We had chicken for our breakfast, and guess what we're having for dinner? We're having keto chow ice cream. I'm going to make it today. I'm going to make it with 30 grams total of avocado oil, and I'm going to make chocolate toffee peanut butter, because I'm putting a scoop of the chocolate peanut butter and a scoop of the chocolate toffee in. So that's what we're having today for our dinner. So I want to go ahead and close out today. Remember, you guys, email me, leave me comments, let me know if this makes sense to you. If I was confusing, let me know as well. I try to be as concise as possible, and I have Harry doing the writing because his writing's so much better than mine. Anyway, everybody, tomorrow I just want to remind everybody. What was I going to say?
You're going to talk about the calendar.
Today, you guys, is... What day is today, Marty? Now I'm confused. Okay, everybody, don't forget. Tomorrow is Tuesday. It's a no-fast day. Eat when hungry. Eat 2 meals, no snacks. Lift your weights. And you guys don't have to follow us with the P&E 1-to-1 ratio. You guys, if it's working for you, keep the macros you're doing. Do what works best for you. I'm just sharing what Harry and I are doing. We are tweaking, refining something else out that is helping us. And I'll tell you, my appetite has totally gone away. I'm not even thinking about food, but it's because I'm raising my protein. Anyway, you guys, if you like what you see, please remember to like, subscribe, and ring the little bell so you get notified on the next video that we upload. And please give us a thumbs up. That helps shoot us out to the algorithm and gets us out in front of other people so they can find us. Anyway, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.